Hello, everybody, and welcome back to M&J Games. I am Michael, and today I am so excited to be joined by none other than Iron Matty for another spotlight. So, Matty, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, you alright? Yeah, I'm doing
Oh,
very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. And today we're looking at a park called SÜDTIROLER. Tirola. I know I totally botched that, and I apologize. Alpin Park, and it's created by Django Trimp underscore 84. So without further ado, Maddie, let's go ahead and get started with the tour.
Let's do it.
Now, as we enter into the parking lot, this is
Hang,
just right away blows my
Michael,
mind.
is that a coaster going over the car park?
Yeah, it's like music to my ears.
Shut the front door.
Wait, where does it go? I was like, oh my gosh, where does
What?
the coaster come out at? Oh, it's over there.
Dude, that's amazing. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
this is
so
just
unrealistic, but I don't care. It's amazing.
yeah, I mean, I guess just if there was a supports built out for it, you know. But I mean, either way, just it is so cool to have this zero G roll just kind of go right over where the cars enter, and this is just amazing. And I love the tunnel. It gives me like that Oblivion kind of vibes with how the tunnels are built. Wow, it's just amazing. I mean, look up there. You can see up
What?
on the
So, is that
hill.
the same coaster? It
Yeah, it
is as
looks
well,
like
isn't
it.
it?
Wow. So this is why I got
Michael,
in
can we
flip
go on
cam
the
mode.
coaster now? I want to go on the coaster. Come on, Michael, hurry up. I want to go on the coaster.
Dude, you sound like me now. So, um, but yeah, no, yeah, we'll definitely do an overview shot of the parking lot in a little bit. I wanted to experience a lot of this in flip cam mode. As you know, this is just how the park's intended to be seen, right? So,
Look at all the confetti.
what's that? What's the confetti from? Oh, that's one of those things that shoots it out. I was like, what?
It's just got random confetti just as you enter the park.
Yeah,
Confetti,
it's
please, Jerry.
get a congratulations just for showing up. Oh, and you see the chair lift right there. We got a floating hot air balloon.
Oh, mate, this is sensational. I'm proper excited. It's like
Mm-hmm.
this is awesome.
Yeah, and then I mean, just even adding the little hedges right there is a great way to kind of cover up the areas the path doesn't reach.
Well,
So,
you're looking at the hedges, and I'm looking at the little white strip that's in the middle. So that's just a little bit of the fencing piece, like kind of the
somewhere right here.
Yeah, no, yeah, literally just that white strip down the middle. So that's just a little bit of in the studios pack, isn't it? Like the rope fence just
Yep,
put across, but it gives a really good effect, and it ensures that your guests don't walk through it as well.
yep,
So it's kind of like double thing. So,
for
yeah,
sure.
great job.
So we got a nice little entryway. You know, the only thing I would say is I mean, I don't know. I guess you could remove the curbs. I'm just never a big fan of the curbs being on a lot. Or I just think the curbs are not the best looking that they have in game. But that's just
No,
me.
I agree. I
So
agree. I personally am not a big fan of the curbs. I mean, this is just sensational.
look at
I
the
can see
views
why it's
here.
called Alpine Park as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the view right there of that coaster in the background, you had the train kind of going by, and then a
You see
lady's
the woman
head.
walking past.
Yeah. Oh, which way to go? Oh, we got to go up here first. Gosh, there's so many different ways to go in this park. Now, the only thing I'll say is I'm not a color of this grass, or not a fan of this grass color. I feel like it's too bright of a green.
Maybe just a little bit of paint tool down the side and it could have fixed it. I think the
Yeah.
green could have been okay, but just maybe just like a little bit of paint tool just mixed into it as well. It could have still worked.
Yeah.
But just like kind of maybe just faded just ever so slightly. But yeah, I can see what you mean. I like the fact that I didn't realise there was a train line going over the entrance. I never even realised that.
Oh, I didn't
Didn't pick
either.
up. I didn't pick up on that from when we were on the outside.
Yeah, this is really cool. So let's go right this time. Hopefully, I don't miss anything here in flip cam mode. But as we're going down this pathway, I mean, look at that building right there.
That's nice. Is that is there a flat ride inside it or something? I assume we'll see
No,
as we get there later
yeah,
on.
I'm not going to waste it for you or ruin it for you. It's just going to surprise
Okay.
you. So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I do love the supports on this little train that kind of goes right here. Oh, and you've even got a little covering right there for part of it.
I really
Just there's so
like
much
that.
detail. Oh, this is now you got the natural kind of grass.
One thing I am going to say, and this park is only at 95%, and this
Mm-hmm.
may sound ridiculous, but I maybe would have liked to have seen just a little bit more with foliage. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on, that's my playground.
Let's see. Oh, is this your playground you made?
That's my playground, yeah. Oh,
Awesome. Iron Matty's playground.
I didn't know that was in there. So I haven't seen this park, so this is the first time me seeing it. So yeah, nice to see my park pop up in there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's like a cool little spot for obviously the kids to go play and stuff.
Yeah, but sorry, as I was saying, I got sidetracked by seeing my own creation. As silly as it sounds, I maybe would have liked to have just seen a little bit more foliage used, because I feel like kind of certainly towards the edges of the path, they
Yeah.
just need a little bit more. Even if it's just some the green leafy bushes just drop below the ground, or some of the bushes, like the actual bushes as well, drop below the ground as well. I just need just a tad more, maybe.
Yep. Oh, that's interesting. Having the terrain map, the loop of the coaster there. Oh, and you've even got the custom like supported kind of wood supported beams right there. That's really cool. Now we're gonna have to look at this in overhead view because obviously in flip view can't really look at that too well. But that is really cool. How you got like there's like a ropes course.
Yeah, I like that. I was trying to work out if that was Tommy P's, but I don't think it is. I think that is an original build. I think,
Yeah.
but I'll be able to tell from the overview. I love how he's hidden the word always falls out of my mind of what they're called. The vending machines. That's the one.
Yep.
I always covered the vending machines with the wood.
Yeah, that's really cool. Cool touch
And that
for
sight
sure.
line was amazing as well, by the way, that you were looking at as I
Oh
was
yeah.
going over my words.
Just hoping that the coaster is gonna come by soon, but
It's
not
such
very
a
lucky
long
with it.
coaster.
Yeah.
It seems to go everywhere. It seems to go around the entire
Gosh.
park.
This is a really cool path. How it's just basically taking you up this whole mountain. I wonder if the coaster stations up here, or if this is just Yeah, it looks
Looks
like we've
like it.
got. Okay. I do wish that stuff was named a little bit. Um, that's just me though. But let's see. Yeah, this is the coaster. Okay.
I'm excited for this.
Oh no, me too. So I think what we'll do is
Look, no,
what.
stop. Look at the water feature on the right. No, the other side. Behind. I just thought... Look at the water feature. It looks so good.
You know what I love? You know what's my favorite thing about this?
What's
Placing the Scavola under the water,
that?
where it looks like it's
No,
like
no, that's the paint tool. He's used
that's
the...
paint
So
tool.
he's... Yeah. So what he's done is he's used the rock paint tool, and then he's put a bit of the faded grass paint tool over the top of the rock.
The tropical paint tool, maybe.
Yep.
That's really cool. So then we got the station, and this is really interesting, really cool.
I like the
Using
fireflies that are in here.
Yeah, for sure. I like the kind of leafy bushes over the top. I mean, it's kind of, to me, it's trying to make it kind of like fit into the environment, you know?
Yeah.
So let's see. This is a launch coaster, and if we look at the stats, everything's all green. Always impressive to see that. Vertical G is definitely too high there, but all the stats are green. 156 feet, max speed 72 miles per hour, and we'll talk to you after the coaster. So, Maddie, I'm gonna ask you first on this coaster. What were your thoughts?
Um, I'm I'm going to be honest, Michael. I'm struggling to kind of place what Django has gone for. I'm trying to work out if he's gone for realism or not, because I don't want to give feedback if he's not really gone for the realism. But like, as you look around the park, it's almost like ultra realistic. But then as we came on this, like, kind of there are aspects of it that weren't. So
Yeah.
I think the layout of this ride was sensational. Like, the idea of it going over the car park, I think the inversions were really nice. I could see where the G-forces were coming from. There were just the odd one or two places, but then that leads me directly into my conflict of, well, is this supposed to be realistic or not? Because there are moments of that ride that are so unrealistic it's ridiculous, but then the rest of the park is so real. So yeah, so it's really difficult. It's an amazing ride, and I'm just trying to place what it's supposed to be, is all. I love it. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. It's better than what I could do. Don't get me wrong. It's just a little bit of a tricky one. Really great ride, really nice implemented, amazing blueprint. Yeah, great job.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that. I almost feel like there's a mixture of both, like trying to use realistic elements, but also, I mean, you could tell the fact that the coaster was being mapped to the terrain a lot to not use supports, because there's really only like two parts of the ride where you can actually see the supports. But I mean, how about this view as you come off the lift hill right here? Like, that is...
It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
And now let's, before we get back in Plipcam mode, let's kind of take an overview look at the area that we just kind of walked around. I mean, I love the mixture of trees. I do think that's done really well, where you're using a lot of different types of trees, but still making it look natural. I mean, I think this part's well done in terms of using that natural path. Like you said, though, maybe using some of that extra 5% just for some bushes, some rocks. We got this little tree house here.
I love that tree house.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is his own as well. I'm 90% sure that is not Tommy's. I think that's an original build, and it's amazing. I love that.
That's a long, really cool. Long little.
Mate, I would not go on that. You have got no chance of me going on that.
You've got the guy waiting there to help.
Help, mate? They're gonna fly off the end. There's no way they're stopping.
Oh, that's really cool.
I love how he's used all green trees as well. So you've got a very consistent theme throughout the park as well. There's no yellows or oranges or red trees. It's all very consistent, and I really like that. I think it adds to it. I think it adds to the immersion and adds to the beauty of it.
So what I was saying about grass before, just for a second, because you know how, like, you see how there's two different types of grass right there?
Yeah.
That darker grass is what naturally comes with this environment, and I just felt like that would have been a better grass to use, because I just feel like that's just too bright of a green to me. It just kind of stands out a little bit too much, if you know what I'm saying.
Maybe that green, but maybe just a little bit faded over the original green, potentially.
Right, yeah.
Rather than go the full
mixing
100%.
The two.
Yeah, rather than going 100%, maybe kind of like just mix it in about 70 to 30 kind of thing.
And it could have been one where started the park and then maybe at some point realized it, because I know on Three Towers about halfway through I was like, gosh, I hate the grass that I've chosen for this park.
I love the fact of the paint tool down the path though. I think that's a really nice fact.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously that's where people are walking, and that's where they're going to be trotting about. So on to the next part. So let's find a guest to get into Plipcam mode. Change Emily to Plipcam.
Some of the names are so funny.
Oh yeah, I swear the other day, I think I say it on a video too. It's on Diamondite's video that's filmed a few weeks back, where like, now I could have just been like hallucinating or something, but like I swear that I clicked on one of the guests, and the guest name was gosh, you know the show Tiger King, that craziness, the lady on Tiger King who sounds like basically maybe killed her husband or something. Carol Baskin, yeah, I swear that was a name. I swear when I clicked on somebody that was a name, but maybe it was just late at night.
I saw somebody called Reginald Roger the other day, and I'm like, You're just having a laugh with us now, aren't you? It's like, what? Oh, mate, I love that. Can you just turn right a second, please? Look at that.
That's really cool.
That's amazing. That's all custom built as well, am I right? Because there's nothing, there's no in-game piece like that, is there?
I think so.
That
We'll
looks
have
all
to check it
custom.
out next time I'm out of flip cam mode. I'm
This looks
walking.
like an exit path, I think.
Yeah, I'm just walking this way because I don't want us to be hitting everybody's head the whole way. um, you know how annoying that can be with flip camo. But I mean, once again, just the views in this park are really, really awesome.
He has nailed the terrain, like terraforming.
Mm-hmm.
He's absolutely mastered that. That is custom made as well. You can see it from that angle.
Oh wow,
It's
yeah.
custom made.
All the individual pieces. Woo!
That's incredible.
And all the smoke coming out of it, that is amazing.
I love that. I mean, I wouldn't feel particularly safe going on the chairs going over the top of that, to be honest. But
yeah. So what do we have in here?
With safety, does it? Look at the bats on the roof.
Oh, that's cool. The only thing is, I can't tell what we're looking at.
What is this? We still can't tell.
Oh, it's a flat ride. Okay. You know, we're gonna
select the operator. No, select the operator.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's a good point.
Time.
Yeah, big bro. I tried to select the operator, but
select the operator's booth.
There we go. There we go. All right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and actually, you know what? We'll talk afterwards, just in case if there's any potential audio that would be good for us to pick up. Since when we're share playing, we can't pick up that audio. So we'll talk to you guys after. So at nighttime, right away, you can see really nice lighting. Obviously you're not going to have lights in the rocks and stuff, but it really lights it up well. And this first part, once you enter this kind of gothic kind of castle, is just insane in here. Which I guess now it's not lit up because there's not a train coming through. But just the detail in here is unbelievable. What were your thoughts on this?
I'm still trying to recover from the shock from the end of the ride when all the ghosts jumped out at us. It's a good job Michael was not voice recording at the time, because he would have had to have cut out quite a lot of swearing. Honestly, mate, I didn't know what we were getting ourselves in for with that. I had no idea. I'd said I didn't know what this park was. I hadn't seen it. I hadn't looked around before, but I was not expecting something like this. This was absolutely next level stuff.
Oh yeah,
that was sensational. I can't. Yeah, one of the best dark rides I've been on a console.
Oh, hands down.
100%.
Hands down.
Percent. Just immaculately done. Perfection.
Like
Great
if you had told me that this was a dark ride and one of Magic Mike's Ride the Movies park, I would have believed you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I think this is right up there with his Magic Mike Silent Hill ride, and I rate that as one of the best dark rides. This room here, it made me think of Mortal Kombat or something.
Right. I don't know. It just makes me think of the movie Saw and being put in traps and having to be tortured. So, whoop.
I just wasn't expecting it. I think that's why it came as such a shock, because obviously, like, kind of, you'd very quickly shown me the overview before we did the spotlight, and obviously we could see the coaster, and it just looked like a nice, family-friendly, beautiful, scenic park. So we jump on this, and I'm like,
Matt, are you ready?
Where'd this come from? Oh, don't. I'm not looking. I'm closing my eyes. It was horrible. It's horrible. No. Is that why we've come through all the way? You've just to wait for me to
I just thought this was so good that it deserved a second time through from a different viewpoint.
I mean, this is just mean. I mean, there was literally no need for it, was there? There was literally no need for it at all.
Oh, that's so creepy, though. Man, that was a good point to be like, when you said we had to, good thing we weren't recording this live because there'd be so much swearing and stuff. That was a good point to be like, and then I had my few cuss words I said as well to make it seem like I did all the swearing, but yeah.
Oh, amazing. I must admit that I was enjoying the spotlight, but that has just raised this park up another few notches, in my opinion.
Oh my gosh. I was like, how did they get up here? Well, there's another path that we haven't gotten to yet. It looks like, actually, it looks like this just...
Look at this park. Whilst we're here, can you just have a look at the parks and overview for the lighting alone?
Wow. Holy smokes.
Wow.
Okay, look at this middle pool. I mean, look at all the water.
Dude, the water feature.
It's so beautiful.
How has he done that water effect? Is that just blue? I didn't realise the blue lights don't normally give that effect.
Let's see. It looks...
It's just the blue lights, but...
It's the blue area lights. But he's got so much of them. Oh, you know what? It's because the terrain underneath is colored the rock. It's that rock terrain, which makes it look different than just the grass. Yeah. But, like, how beautiful does that water look? And, I mean, it's everywhere in this park.
There are a lot of night lighting parks that I rate as some of my favourites. Clivey Bread's Fantasy Falls is always one that comes to mind as night lighting. There's a couple of others, but this may be the best I've ever seen on console night lighting.
Yes. So we're going to have to look around at night for a little bit. Especially seeing this, it's like, I feel like a part of this is supposed to be enjoyed at night. So let's... hop into Plipcam from one of these guests. Sorry, were you going to say something?
No. Oh, God.
Yeah.
The night lighting and that last ride has just shot this park up about 10 points for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I have a point system, but if I did have a point system, it's gone up about 10 points.
Not that you have one, but if you
Not
did.
that I have points. Yeah, but if I did.
Yeah. This is just so well done. I mean, this is like, there's so many pathways back here in the forest that I'm like, didn't realize we're back here. I just gotta make sure we don't miss anything.
It's going to be very easy to miss something in this park because there's so many ways to go off.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it from the initial overview. You even said like, oh, it's not that big a park, we'll be fine. This would be a good one to do a joint spotlight on, we'll be fine, it'll be less than an hour.
Yeah.
And then we got into it and it's like, nope, it's huge.
Yep. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm just trying to walk a little bit faster just to make sure we do get it under an hour. The coaster's flying by.
I'm pretty sure we're good for time at the moment, so I think we should be right.
I think so too.
We get to like kind of an hour and a half.
And then I have to figure out how to.
The train line comes right past us.
Yeah, for sure.
Both sides.
Oh, is that the train right there? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. Just made that custom bridge. Really cool. Really well done. I'm excited to ride another coaster.
This is what I meant. So if you just have a quick look on the floor, you've got the green leafy bushes just to the side of the path there. That is exactly what I was meaning as we were going up the hill to the first ride.
Yeah, just adding some of that.
Yeah, with the rocks. So he's kind of like done it down here. I just would have liked to have seen more of that as we went up the hill. So some rocks, green leafy bushes. Bob's your uncle.
Yep, agreed. I have no idea where we're going, so we're just going to figure it out.
Hang on a second. You said you weren't going to tell me what that wasn't, and you're going to let me find out for myself. Does a coaster go around inside that or something?
Yep.
What?
Yeah, that's why we're not going to look at it until after we ride the coaster that goes on it.
Fail.
There we go. I was like, as long as I don't get stuck on a roof, because then what ends up happening is I get stuck and I say, forget flip cam mode. We're not doing this anymore. Yeah, I mean, only thing I'd say too is adding some fencing, maybe. Just from that realism aspect. If you got like, I could go up here and just have my head chopped off by the coaster. So
it's a very, very difficult park to get a sense of has he gone for realism or not, because it's very much a park of two halves. Some of it is super realistic, and then the other half not so much. And it's like kind of a bit of a mix of the two styles.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, and we got another natural pathway here. I'm like, where's that going to go to? Okay, so we got the Ortler, is how you pronounce that, I'm guessing?
I would say so, yeah.
I'm guessing this is going to be a coaster, so it's got a short queue. Oh, no, this might be the... Oh, that is a coaster. Godly, stupid, stupid flip cam.
Don't swear, we're live.
Yeah, well, if I swear, that'd be like the first time you've heard me swear, so...
It would be, actually. Well, except for when the ghost jumped out at us, so the second time.
Oh, yeah, but remember, you weren't supposed to tell people about that. So, so this is the Trident coaster, a terrible, Aero old-school coaster that would leave you with a massive headache in real life. G-forces look good on this one.
Yeah,
so
really nice G-forces.
Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, Maddie. So, I don't know about you, but I was not expecting that to be a Boomerang coaster. So, what are your thoughts?
What is he doing to us? He's trying to kill us. Mate, somebody stole half your coaster. Half your coaster's missing. What? Just what was that? It was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. It was amazing. We can establish he's not gone for realism. Okay, I think we can put that argument to bed. He's not gone for ultra realism. Somebody stole the end of his coaster. Now, there is a little piece that you can put on the end of the boomerang that you could have just put up there, just a little end piece, because it did just look very bizarre. It looked. It's a good job once again that we weren't recording again, because I think both of us were like, "Holy!" as we got to the end.
I was just like, "Oh well, I don't think going for realism is the most important thing in this park."
What is that?
I mean, don't get me wrong, that's really cool though. Like, don't get me wrong.
Mate, that shot right there in the day is your thumbnail. That
just
is
trying
your
to
thumbnail.
Trying to get back to daytime real quick to see. Oh well, gosh, I hate when sometimes I try to do that on. Yeah. That guy, man, that guy's just loving it right there. He is so happy.
His glasses not falling off.
I know, right? She's happy.
I'm just
this guy looks sick. No, that guy looks angry. Look at the fist.
I'm literally speechless. That was amazing. It was so funny. Just if it took a little tiny bit more speed, it'd go straight into the people on the chairs. It'd be like kind of bowling, the people on the chairlift.
You know, it's kind of like the whole. Oh man, I'm so tempted to turn up the friction. Or turn down the friction so that the coaster goes faster and we could just see it fly off.
You can do that after the spotlight. We can do that on our own time, Michael.
But no, you mentioned the station in like this little area right here. So what really stood out to you about this station here?
I think it's just a bit of a unique structure. It's not got the normal parallel shaped structure that you would imagine for a station build. Normally you'd have like kind of the top pointy bit right in the center, and then you'd build down and like it'll be parallel on both sides. But this is not. It's very unique and different shapes going on all over the place. You've got different types of wood. You've got the fence pieces. You've got scavola. I just think it looks really, really cool, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
And out.
Yeah, totally agree. So what do you think? Continue at daytime or nighttime?
I think go daytime now for a little bit.
Okay. So up here, okay, that just goes to a little church.
Bet there's something inside. You better check just in case.
Oh, yeah. Bathroom and staff room, it looks like. But like even the detail on there is really nice. You know, it looks like that little covered walkway right there is all custom.
Yeah.
So just really, really cool. For a second, we're going to stay out of flip cam mode just to try to make sure we're on a good pace. Yeah, so I'm not going to say anything about realism.
No, but I think we've thrown realism out of the window, mate.
Yeah. And remember, that's not...
out the window.
And remember, man, that's not a bad thing. I think sometimes people, it's like... You know, it's like... Sometimes people will be like, oh, well, you didn't build with realism, or, oh, you only build with realism. It's like, man, everybody plays the game how they want to play it, and there is no one right way, one wrong way. So it's always great to see.
There's as much realism in this park as there is that coaster that's gone missing.
About half of it is
Yeah, somebody stole my coaster. Dude, where's my coaster?
Yeah, I purposefully didn't look to the right because I don't want you to see that until after.
Yeah, I noticed.
But right away, I mean, once again, now we can see this part in the daytime. This is really cool.
Oh my days! Do you mind if we have a quick overview? Actually, I'm just trying to think of like kind of time scale as well, because we must be on about 35-40 minutes already, and obviously we want to kind of like make sure that we get everything. But that custom bridge in the centre, mate, that's fantastic.
Yeah, this is beautiful. There's not another way to put it.
That's the type of like kind of custom-made bridge that I expect to see from the likes of NH99.
And so look, it looks like it's actually using these wooden beam framework. Then you've got the glass pieces. Then you got like the mouse hunters, I think, or whatever those are called. Then you've got thick wooden beams. I mean, just the detail that's gone onto it. And then look how, I mean, let's see at nighttime what this looks like too.
What an effect it gives, though. Oh, wow.
I mean, the water, once again, just looking at the water is awesome.
Oh, mate, like just the shot to the right as well. Like, kind of if you just pan right, just the lighting to your right as well. Look at that shot right there.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. And then, obviously, love the chairlift. I feel like this is my favorite ride in the games. It just always looks amazing in
It's not
parks.
a coaster.
I know, but it's like my favorite visual ride of the game. How about that?
Okay. Okay. We'll go with
I'm trying to find my way to this wooden coaster, wherever this sucker's at, but we'll find it eventually. So it looks like that's the queue to the train. Let's see. It's got to be over here somewhere.
that.
Because I know, yeah, because I know we're kind of thinking about time, trying to make sure that we're not too
we're
crazy.
About 45 minutes, so I think we're okay. I think 45 minutes-ish, give or take.
Well, I think we got 3 more coasters in this park. But
Are you serious?
I think it said 5 coasters. We've only done 2.
Building.
And look at the coaster in the background too. With that, that's amazing.
Oh, mate, I wasn't bothered about the coaster. I'm just looking at the architecture on that building.
I know.
That is sensational, and the whirly rig that's kind of like built into the building as well. Oh wow!
The Tommy CM.
The Tommy CM whirly rig.
Okay, and I like this. There's like a little tiny interior here, but it's not too crazy. But it's enough to kind of hide the ugliness of the outside of the stalls. And oh, we've got. That might be a little bit crowded. What does that say? Panic room. Is there anything in the wall?
Behind that wall?
No, I just. You always got to check now. What do we got in here?
The further we've gone through this park, the more I've liked it. I'm not going to lie, and I'm going to be completely brutally honest. As we went up the first hill and as we went on the first ride, I had a little pang of disappointment. And I think you could probably hear it in my voice as well at the feedback that I gave. But then as we've come around the park, it's just continued to blow me away, and I've loved it more and more and more and more. And it's incredible. It's absolutely amazing, and all the little slight disappointment I had at the start is completely evaporated.
Oh, I love this station.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Simple and effective.
This is definitely one that we're having to ride at night because of the lighting and stuff around it, but this is obviously a wooden coaster. Stats look great. G-forces once again a little bit high. Yeah, that's impressive to get stats like that. So actually, it looks like it's a wooden coaster, but you're using the RMC train. So really kind of interesting look there. But let's go ahead and take a ride. So far, that was my favorite ride of the park. I think the high G-forces came from the bottom of this first hill. That to me is, I think, the only spot that could really tell that would kind of provide those higher G-forces. But I thought it was really smooth, and I absolutely love this part where it kind of comes through this amazing kind of dome. And look at this.
That's incredible. I wonder, is this one piece by any chance? Can we actually just see? It is 277. Is that all it is? That's
wow. I'm shocked that that's only 277.
Yeah, same. I was expecting that to be about 600-700 pieces. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So you can see what it looks like underneath it, but that is really, really cool, and it's all one object.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow. And so what pieces let's go to daytime real quick. Hold on. Oh yeah, so using the temple blocks instead of using like cement or anything like that allowed him to save it all as one blueprint. But like,
Yeah.
look at this, how the coaster just comes into here, and then you've got, I mean, this is just
That's
amazing.
taken a long time.
Well, and then you've
to
got the
have done
track
that.
here and the track here. Like, I did
Yeah.
not realize that when we were riding it, that this was
Nor did
actually
I.
the other track.
No, nor did I. I didn't realise that. That has taken a long time to have done that. I don't think you can underestimate the time and patience that would have taken to pull that off.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I love all like the custom bridges and little details. Like this part where the train goes. I mean, it's just a little detail, but it just adds to the park, you know? Um, really, really cool. And then, you know,
Just cementing the fact the further we go through the park, the better it gets. It's like kind of, mate, this is becoming a contender for like one of the parks of the year right now because it's just getting better and better and better. It's just, it's
like,
sensational.
Look at that station build. I mean, the detailing is just awesome.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. So I think that's the train. Oh, and look, you've even got a little, what looks like almost like a little transfer track in a sense for an extra train.
I like that.
Oh, that's really
really
cool.
Like that.
So let's see. I think if we, yeah. So if we go this way,
One of them parks that you need to go and download yourself and have a look around as well.
Uh-huh.
Because obviously, like Michael's like kind of me and Michael are trying to kind of like get in the spotlight in an hour, but you can see as a viewer just how much there is in this park, and trying to get everything in an hour is almost impossible because there's so much detail.
yeah. I mean, ooh, that looks like it might be a fast mine train. Perfect timing. Oh, I love the covering on the bridge here. This is cool.
You got the chains just holding it up as well. Look just to the left.
Mm-hmm.
There's chains hanging down.
Oh, and they've even got the chain connectors right there.
Yeah.
I mean, just this is so well done. The detail, man. It's like, dude, you gotta go to the restroom. You gotta get running.
This is just absolutely sensational.
Mm-hmm.
I love the effect in the top as well with the scabola and the covering and everything as well.
There you go, Maddie.
Water feature.
Yeah.
It's over a water feature as well, even better.
Yeah. It's funny, whenever I see water features now, I'm just like, water.
Even in real life.
Yes. But especially in spotlights. So so I think this is supposed to be like the beer garden area. Because I think that's what this place was called, if I remember correctly. I mean, look at just all the detailing here. Like,
it's crazy. How has he done this at 95%?
I don't know. I mean, this is, once again, I'm like, all right, we got to find our way. So, it looks like okay, so we still got two coasters. We got this mine train, we got this wooden coaster. So I guess we're heading to the very back. I mean, look at this lift hill covering.
Can't believe what I'm looking at.
Like, you know, it's so strange how there's nobody back here, but I think it's because there's only this one coaster. So it's kind of off the beaten path, but you have those vending machines, but nothing else. So it's kind of not many guests kind of venture back here. Yeah, so once again, wooden coaster with RMC trains. Green stats, everything's all good. The G-forces look good on this one, so let's go ahead and ride the coaster. All right, Maddie, I'm gonna ask you first on this coaster. What are your thoughts?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What do you even say to that? That was incredible. Really nicely done. Great theming. I love how it goes in and out of the church. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
Agreed.
else to add.
I think I would probably just bank this a little bit more. Because you could probably bank it a good amount, because it almost seemed like that's maybe where some of the laterals came in at times, was not banking the track enough. Just since you are turning the track so much going down this hill, having that extra banking would make it not just more realistic, but a little bit more of a smoother ride. But overall, it was really smooth, really good coaster. I think I still like the other wooden coaster a little bit more, but this is just phenomenal. Like, I love this little kind of top hat on a wooden coaster that we've never seen before. So that's really cool.
I prefer that one. I preferred that one.
Yeah, you did? Hey, that's good. That means he's done a good job if two different people are looking at it, and we can say we like different coasters more.
I still think the Dark Ride was my favourite ride, though, so far.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my favorite rides that I've seen, period. And so we got this one last coaster. So we got back to this kind of beer garden area, and I just love this covering once again. I think it looks awesome. So this is going to be the pattern Koffel. I'm not even going to try to pronounce.
I'm not even attempting it.
I don't want to.
I'm not even going to attempt it.
I mean, just look at the detailing here. It's just, once again, just awesome. And nice station.
I mean, mate, this is a different coaster. This isn't even the train.
No,
so
I know this is.
So we've still got two more coasters.
No, I think this is the last one.
No, we've got a wooden coaster as well. We've got the mine train.
Well, this is the mine train.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm being dumb. Okay,
no, you're good.
Mind, Matty.
Well, no, there's a couple different mine trains that have like different track, but
it's okay. I'm okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Slow moment.
Too many of those, huh?
Mate, it's midnight here.
I know. We'll wrap this thing up soon. But yeah, let's go ahead and ride the coaster. So I don't know if you agree with me on this, Maddie, but we might have saved the best coaster for last. I think that was phenomenal. And it felt like it had its moments where, kind of like here, where you're at almost like the top of the park, right? And you've got some random snow. But then you also have these moments where it just feels like you're in these valleys and really hugs the terrain well and stuff. I'm trying to find this one part where... I'll have to try to find that. But, yeah, what were your thoughts, man?
What I love in this park, and I'm not sure how to explain it, but the coasters seem to interact with themselves a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're always seeing other parts of the same coaster. Now, the only bit that made me a little bit disappointed was that at no point was I able to then see another train at the same time. It's like, even though like you're seeing the other track all the time, at no point do you see another train as well. to kind of like go along. It's like, how cool would it be if you're zooming like around one bit and you can see the other train kind of like going around like the same bit. Even it doesn't need to be like synced, doesn't need to be kind of like one like next, like need to be right next to each other or anything like that. I didn't realize that's what that was.
I know, me neither. I thought the track just kind of went around itself twice,
Yeah,
but
same.
it's
I just didn't realize that's what it was. But yeah, I agree with you. I think it was absolutely brilliantly executed. I swear he's trying to kill us in this park.
yeah.
Yeah, it was honestly a lot of the rides felt like they could be real rides. Maybe not so much with half the coaster missing, and maybe not so much the first one going over the car park. But then some of the others have felt very real life, very realistic, and you would go on them in a real park.
Well, it's like it kind of felt like he took some inspiration from real life coasters, but then also put his own tweaks on it, right? And so it's not that anything's 100% non-realistic or 100% realistic. It was kind of like a mix of everything. You know, it's like obviously some of these was taking some cues from some real life mine train coasters that hug the train a lot, but you don't obviously have these lift hills on the mine trains, right? Like you don't. And then, like, for wooden coasters, they're not necessarily that tall, but then, you know, kind of using a lot of the quick turns and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, it was just awesome. And so, oh, look over here. We haven't looked over here yet.
I've got a feeling that there are going to be parts of the park that we have missed, and I feel like kind of that we almost need to apologise to Django and the viewers as well who will be watching this. We just, honestly, guys, we just haven't had the time to get all of this park done in an hour. Because, I mean, look at it. Look at this park. Look how detailed. I mean, to be fair, I think we've done most of it. But there are going to be little things that we may have missed. There are going to be little details that he's put in. So I implore you, if you own a PlayStation 5, go and download this park. I'm going to be downloading this park after the spotlight, maybe tomorrow because it's 12 o'clock and I'm tired. But I am going to have a look around this park myself, and I bet I'll notice 10 different things that we didn't see in the spotlight.
And Maddie's favorite coaster. Or half of Maddie's favorite coaster. Should I say it that way?
Yeah, the other half was my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I think this part still was the coolest. Like, that part was just so cool. How that's done and designed. And yeah, so as we start wrapping this up, I'm going to throw a fastball at you here, Maddie, and say, since I'm having you on my channel, you got to give me your 3-word park review.
Judge too soon.
Oh, you had that one ready to go, didn't you?
I didn't. No. I actually genuinely didn't know. I feel a little bit of guilt around it, to be honest, because when we came through that entrance tunnel and I saw the ride going over the car park, I'm like, oh my days, like, kind of, that just looks incredible. And then as we started walking up the hill towards it, I'm like, it's just, it's not what I thought it was going to be. And then I saw my own I saw my own workshop item. I'm like, oh, it's got workshop items in it as well. And that first ride, I'm going to be honest, was the weakest ride of the park. And it's the first ride you go on, and for me it was the weakest. And I was like, maybe this park is not as good as what I thought it was going to be. But then the further we got around into the park, and I genuinely mean this now, I think that could be a contender for Park of the Year. I genuinely do. I think phenomenal. It was absolutely sensational. And how has he done that in 95%? How?
Yeah,
I don't understand how he's done it.
Because there's a lot of paths, and a lot of paths that are not on a grid, and a lot of paths that aren't 10 meters wide. Yeah. So it is kind of crazy.
The coasters are long. And there's a train line that goes all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the water.
That eat up the counter. There's a lot of things that eat up the counter. That water, that's the most beautiful water I have seen done in a park. I don't know how he's done it. I'm going to take it apart myself. I'm going to download it. I'm going to take it apart and have a look myself how he's done it.
Well, you can just see right here, you can see the circles where the area lights are at. And then, like we showed before, it's just the gravel terrain, not gravel terrain, but the kind of rocky terrain that kind of gives it off a different kind of lighting and vibe than grass would or anything like that.
It's beautiful.
I mean, absolutely beautiful, absolutely brilliant. Perfectly terrained park.
Nice.
So, because I mean, it is like, I just thought the terraforming was, like you mentioned it early on, just how well done the terraforming is. And it's like, you know, maybe there's some moments here and there where it's like some of the cliffs, but it's like the cliffs are made in a way where the coasters are kind of, you know, it's kind of mapped to where the coaster's at and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just awesome, and it's awesome too how it's basically the whole surrounding edge of the park is kind of these mountains, and then when you're down in the middle, it's fairly flat in the sense where you don't see outside of these boundaries, because he's built on the city map, and the city map has zero preformed terraforming within the boundaries that we can build, right? Like, it's not like the deciduous or alpine that's already got some of that built in. Like, you know, it is as essentially as flat as can be, so you can kind of see where that line's at. But yeah, I don't know how he did this in 95%.
Just very quickly, just before we wrap up the spotlight, what's the piece count on this park, out of curiosity?
Let's see.
I am going to guess at 32,000.
32,000? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 32,000. I'm going for a guess at.
How is it?
Okay, it's going up. There was a big piece you just selected there that shot it up. But even still, 27,000. How?
It just must be really
How has he
efficient
done
with
that in
how he's
27,000?
building.
Yeah. I don't understand how he's done that in 27,000 pieces.
Yeah, and only 904 different buildings, essentially. So, really impressive. Yeah, so thank you, Maddie, for joining me on this tour, as always. It's always a blast doing these.
Yeah,
and
thank you. We laughed a lot.
Yes,
Mostly
yes.
off camera.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, if you haven't already, or if you don't know Iron Matty's channel, I mean, I don't know where you've been the past year, but make sure to go check it out, as the description's below, and give him a sub.
Do the same for you. Make sure to leave this like and subscribe on this video as well. If you don't, then what's the matter with you? You're not a roller coaster fan if you don't.
Yeah. All right, Maddie. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, mate. Thank you for having me along. It's an absolute pleasure, as always. Look forward to the next one.
For sure. Everybody have a good rest of your day.
Bye.